Christina. Thanks for joining me again. This is a tutorial of how to play the chorus of my arrangement of Olivia Rodrigo's Driver's License. So we are now past verse 1 and past verse 2, and we are learning the chorus. If you haven't already, click the link below to purchase the sheet music so you can follow along, and you can revisit verse 1's tutorial and verse 2's tutorial. I also have a video of me playing the entire song so you can hear the final product as well. So if you're ready, let's get started. We're going to look at the left hand first. Join me at measure 30 with pinky on F3, pointer finger on C4, that's middle C, and that note with two lines, that is an E, so that will be where the thumb is. Okay, so try those three notes, and then go back to the C. Try those four notes. So this is measure 30. Ready, go. F, C, E, C. Measure 31. Thumb is going to play D. Go back to the C. And then E, C. So once again, measure 31. D, C, E, C. Let's put that together, 30 and 31. Starting with F, 1, 2, left hand, go. F, C, E, C, D, C, E, C. Next measure is 4 on A3, still 2 on C4, that's middle C, and your thumb is playing the D. So here is measure 32. We go 4, 2, 1, 2. The notes are A, C, D, C. Measure 33, E with the thumb, back to C, and then that note that's above the two lines, that's an F, F, C. So if you're not familiar with those ledger line notes, the notes with the little lines under them, that does get pretty high up on the bass clef, so feel free to write those in as we go through them. So once again, I'm going to do measure 32 and 33. Start with your 4 on A, C, D, C, E, C, F, C. Okay, let's try 30 through 33, everything we've done so far. So starting down on the F3, C and E are ready to go. Measure 30, here we go. Ready, and F, C, E, C, D, C, E, C. Now 4 on A, C, D, C, E, C, F, C. So if you feel like you've got that, come along with me. If you need more help with that or more practice, pause the video and work on that, or rewind and try it again. Okay, so measure 34. Now this is a bigger reach, so we're going to do C3 with the pinky. We're going to do G3 with the pointer. Notice that's how we start the song, so you're used to that combination. But then we are going to reach up next to an E, okay? So you don't have to play all three of those together. That would be quite a reach. So we're going to do them one at a time. Let the pedal hold it for you. Watch the turn of my wrist. So I'm going to start kind of turned this way, and then I'm going to end up turned kind of outward. So like this. C, G, E, back to G. Okay, let's try that again. So C, G, E, G. All right, now we have another note up here to play. So here is how we're going to modify that fingering to make it easier for us in the long run. We're going to go 5, 2, 1, 5. See how that works? Okay. 5, 2, 1, 5. So you're playing the G twice, but the first time you're doing it with the pointer, and the second time you're taking it with the pinky. That way you're going to have two fingers within reach to play the D and the E in measure 35. Okay, so once more, C, 5 plays G. Okay, now from there, this is measure 35, 2 will play the D back to G, and 1 will play the E back to G. Again, mark those high notes if you need to. So here's how 34 and 35 looks all together. C, G, E, pinky on G, D, G, Okay, so if you have smaller hands, that is the way to do it, or if you are in the learning process with piano. If you are an advanced player, you may be able to do it this way. Okay, so that is absolutely an option if that is more comfortable for you. That would be just keeping your pointer on G. So once again, this is the advanced fingering. That is not the way it's written into the music, but that is absolutely a legitimate option. And for smaller hands or people who are just learning, you may find it easier to play those first 3 notes and then get that pinky up there so you're not reaching quite so far. Okay, so choose your best way. Okay, so we are going to do 30 through 35, everything we've done so far in the chorus left hand. Measure 30, starting with F, and have your C and your E ready to go. 1, 2, measure 30. F, C, E, C, now D, C, E, C, finger 4 on A, D, C, E, now up to F, way down to that C, G, E, pinky comes up, D, G, E, G. Okay, so feel free to pause and work on that. The good news is measure 36 through 41 are identical. So once you get the first 6 measures, you've got the next 6 measures. Okay, so I'm going to start at measure 36, but again, this is the same as what we just learned. So we've got the F with the C and the E ready, measure 36, ready, go. F, C, E, C, D, C, E, C4 on A, D, C, E, C, F, C, now all the way down to C, G, reach for the E, pinky on G, D, G, E, G. Okay, and then it gets different, so let's pause the video and work on those measures if you need more practice. If you feel like you've got that, then come along with me. Measure 42 goes A, E, G, E. Okay, so we're going to do 4, 1, 5, 1. So 4 on A, 5 on G. Measure 43, come all the way back down. For those of you who know it, this is a C position or C scale, and we are playing in the outline of a C chord, if you are familiar with that. So we are doing 5 on C, 1 on G, 3 on E, back to G. Okay, measure 43, C, G, E, G. All right, so come back up to put your 4 on A and your 1 on E. We are going to try 42 and 43 together. Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, 42. 4, 1, 5, 1, all the way down to C, G, E, G. Pause and work on it if you need to. The next 2 measures are similar to how we started the chorus. So we've got, so this is measure 44. F, C, E, C, but repeat the E, C, E, C. Okay, so once again, 44 and 45, you go F, C, E, C, E, C, E, C. Okay? I'd like us to try measure 40 through where we just stopped, measure 45. Okay, so we are going to start with that big reach, measure 40. We've got the C and the G, and then ready to reach up to the E. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, measure 40. C, G, E, pinky goes on G, D, G, E. Here comes measure 42. A, E, G, E, down to C, G, E, G, come back up to F, C, E, C, repeat the E, C, E, C, Okay, so we've only got 3 more things to do left hand, and they are a lot simpler. 46, F and C together. 47, G and C together. 48, C3. 48 and 49 are tied together, so do not play 2 Cs, simply play 1 C and hold it for 2 measures, or 8 beats. Okay, so once again, 46, F and C go down together. 47, G and C go down together. 48, just a C. Okay, so let us try the right hand. We are going to go back to the last note of measure 29. Start with your thumb on G5. So this is 5 notes up from middle C. Okay, it's almost a G scale, but we are going to reach up for an E and we'll get there. So this is, and I know we weren't perfect. Last note of measure 29. Ready, go. G, A, B, 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 C, 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 C. Okay, measure 33. Your pinky is kind of hovering over D most likely, but reach it a little farther to play the E. So this is way, the word way on measure 33. And then we're going to go D, C, G. Okay, so let's try 33 and 34 again. So your pinky's on E. 1, 2, 33. Hold that E. And then D, C, G. Okay, let's put this together with the left hand. So I'm going to start with, and I know we weren't perfect. I'm just going to add that G that's in measure 29 because it really does go with this phrase. Left hand, you can start with the downbeat of measure 30. That would be your F, and have your C and E ready to go. And then right hand is starting with G, A. Okay, here we go. And I know we weren't perfect. End of measure 29 going into measure 30. 1, 2, here we go. And I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way. For no one. Let's try that again. So rhythmically, this is much easier to put together than the verses because the hands play together. They're both on the beat, which is nice. Okay, so same spot. So this, we'd call this the pickup to measure 30, and I know. 1, 2, ready, go, and I know. These are all together notes, so hands are playing at the same time. This is similar, so let's go on, hands together. I think you can do it, nice and slow. And I just can't imagine. Ready, go. And I just can't imagine how you could be so. Okay, up to that E right hand. D, C, E, and another E. Okay, did that make sense? Let's do that phrase again. So this is the pickup to measure 36, and I just can't imagine. So right hand, you are ready on the G, A, and left hand, you are ready on the F, C, E. Okay, here we go, and I just can't imagine. Ready, go. And I just can't imagine how Notice the 4s play together here. Helps your coordination to know that. Reaching up for the E, pinky, K. Now that wait for gone, gone. There we go. Okay, right hand on guess at the end of 41. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. Okay, so it goes, so you're in sort of an A scale here. We've got the 3 on C and the pinky on E. C, E, D, C, E, D, C, E, D, C, E, D, C. And then me is C, A. Okay, now this is a little bit tricky to put together because the notes don't quite line up in the original version. So I'm going to play this for you the way that the voice and piano match up on the radio version. And then I'll show you an alternate way if it feels too challenging. So I'm going to play Guess You Didn't Mean What You Wrote in That Song About Me. So this is pick up to measure 42, going through measure 45, hands together. 1, 2, here I go. Okay, so if you want to work on that the way that it sounds in the original version, the way you would do it is, so on measure 42, U goes down together, but because right hand has triplets, that's what that bracket with the 3 means, triplets, triplet, the E in beat 2 of the left hand, measure 42, would not line up with either of the right hand notes. So it would be like this, you didn't. So that E is going to fall between didn't, okay? You didn't. So we call this in music, we call this a 3 against 2 because both sets of notes, the three notes in the right hand and the 2 notes in the left hand, they both equal 2 beats. That's the way triplets work. However, they don't line up with each other because you've got 3 against 2, okay? So math says we cannot line these up. Now, if you want to cheat a little bit, you absolutely can. You can go guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song. So you see what I did? I just, instead of trying to figure out where that second quarter note goes, I just played them together, almost as if they're half notes played together. Okay, so once again, if you want to cheat in measure 42, you can play the A and the E at the same time and line it up with the word you. You didn't, okay? And then you would play the G and the E together and you would line it up with the word mean. Mean what you, okay? And then you would do the C and the G together and line it up with the word wrote. Wrote in that. And that would eliminate your 3 against 2 conundrum, okay? So once again, I'm going to go through the 2 options. So option 1 is getting this 3 against 2 flowing. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in this song. Okay? And then cheater's version, hey, no shame whatsoever. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about. Okay? So cheater's version actually sounds great and nobody would be the wiser. So pick the choice that's best for you. All right, let me just go through the end here of the chorus with the hands together. Let's start at measure 46. Left hand set up on an F and a C. Right hand, you're on a D scale. Notice how close the hands are together right here. Okay, they are very close. Thumbs are next door neighbors. So you're in a D scale. Your 5 is on A. Okay, so F and C with an A. Got your position? Here we go. So this is 46. 1, 2, Ready? Go. You said forever. Now I drive alone past your street. Okay. So the right hand, 46. Here's how the fingering goes. 5, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. And then you've got to get down to middle C, but you ran out of fingers. So what we're going to do is just pass that pointer finger over the thumb to play your street. So once again, 5, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, cross, 2, 2. Does that feel okay to you? You can also sneak the thumb over if you want to, but this is a smoother way to do it. Okay, just to review the left hand, you have the F and C, the G and C, and then down to the lower C. Let's put that together again. 46, ready, go. You said forever. Now I drive alone past cross. Notice you have to let go of that left hand thumb to get it in there. That's fine. Your low C, street. That's the end of the chorus. Okay, so I would like to put together this triplet section where we start with guess you didn't. So pick up to 42, going to your street, the end of the chorus. Okay, so pick up to 42, left hand, you should have your 4 on an A and your 1 on an E, and right hand, you should have your 3 on a C and your 5 on an E. Okay, do we have that? Are we ready? So the beginning's gonna go like this, just watch. Or cheater's version, you're just doing them together, okay? 1, 2, here we go. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about, now F, me, repeat the E and C, now move to get set up, here we go, F and C, A with the pinky, you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Okay, so if you're ready to move on, you can hop to the next video. Otherwise, come back with me to the beginning of the chorus. Let us run this again. We are going to start at, and I know we weren't perfect. This is pick up to measure 30 on page 2. Right hand, you're going to be set up on thumb on G and pointer on A. Left hand, you're going to be pinky on F, pointer on C, and thumb on E. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and I go. And I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this. Reach for the E, and then an F, 4, down to C, 1, pinky on G, D, G, E, G, sneak that and in, and I just can't imagine how you, A and C, here we go, reach for the E, down to C, gone, pinky on G, sneak that guess in there, guess you didn't mean what you, down to C, F, me, E, C, E, C, get set up for 46, here we go. You said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Hold that C nice and long, it's kind of a moment of silence. And one last thing before we move on. The chorus comes up again in measure 63, but there are 2 slight differences. So in measure 69, she goes up with her voice before I Just Can't Imagine. Oh, okay. So if you would start with me at measure 63, the end of 63, we're going to do the right hand alone just to point out that slight difference where she goes back up. So 63, and I know we weren't perfect. 1, 2, right hand alone, and go. And I know we weren't perfect. So this part is all the same as what we learned before. For no one. Okay, this is the added part. Oh, I. Okay, so you just go back to the E with your pinky. So this is measure 69. It just goes E, D, C, and then you land on the A to go on to measure 70. I just can't imagine. Okay, the other slight difference is in measure 75. Instead of just saying guess, she says, I guess. Okay, so it is a very slight difference. So just listen to that. I'm gonna start in measure 74, just so you can hear me go into that. I guess. Okay, so just start a little bit earlier and go, I guess. That's really the only difference. Everything else is exactly the same. So now you're ready to play both choruses.